Coach and Michael Kors are just both such great brands for handbags, but which is better? Hello everyone, welcome back to another mommy review where I review all things for the love of. Today I'm talking about Coach versus Michael Kors. Which brand is better in terms of handbags? Now, before I start on this video, if you like the content on this channel, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving this video a thumbs up. It will really help a lot. Thank you so much for considering. And for those of you who are part of this YouTube family already, thank you so much for joining me on another video from one handbag lover to another. So on with the video. So Coach and Michael Kors I know are both like really classic American mid-range luxury brand. I see them around in a lot of the big box stores like Macy's, Nordstrom, and many other retail brands. But I always thought about like, is one better than the other? I mean, like I've spent so much time exploring into the Coach brand that like lately I've been kind of curious about what other alternatives, and Michael Kors consistently comes up as like a brand that is recommended to me by Instagram, or like just been coming up a lot of ads. So I've been curious about it. What's the price, quality, and what does it offer? I mean, on the surface, I feel that Coach and Michael Kors just seem so similar. So I decided to do a deep dive into the differences, and I found out that they are actually very different. So let's jump right into Michael Kors versus Coach. Which brand is better? And to start off, I think it's important for us to know a little bit about the history of the brands, and then we'll dive into the pricing. We'll talk about materials, the style, the product selection, and my final conclusion. Okay, so starting off with like a general overview history for Coach. Of course, Coach is the older brand. It was founded in 1941 in New York. But I think both brands are on the same track towards accessible luxury. Both brands have like a selection of handbags, variety of fashionable clothing, and like reasonable price points. So in terms of history for Michael Kors, it is founded by Michael David Kors himself, American fashion designer, back in 1981. So history itself, you can see that Michael Kors hasn't been around as much, but I think that's kind of reflective in the styling of the bags as well, which I'll talk a little bit more about subsequently. So next I want to talk about the product selection. I think the major difference between Coach and Michael Kors is the range of products that they offer. On one hand, I feel like Coach is like very focused on handbags and accessories, whereas Michael Kors I think is more on fashion, but still have like some handbags available as an extension of their clothing line. So I would say they probably don't spend as much resources for Michael Kors on the handbag selection. So I don't know if it's necessarily apples to apples when you compare the two brands. In terms of the material wise, I find that both brands use very similar materials of canvas and leather, but not like too many like luxurious exotic material, which is kind of typical what we would expect for a mid-range luxury brand. Now next I want to talk a little bit about quality. Now I know that like Coach has been known as like the master better in terms of leather craftsmanship and quality handbags for over the years, and it's just like one of the core values for Coach. I think it's really hard to compare given Michael Kors doesn't have the same history, but it still has good quality items. But I think it's hard to compare the caliber of Coach. Instead, I think Michael Kors offers a lot more variety in terms of fashion items. But Coach definitely has the niche in terms of offering quality leather handbags. With that said, I do want to go into pricing next. I think traditionally I somehow thought that Michael Kors is more expensive than Coach, but the more I look into it, I think that Coach is definitely more expensive of the two brands. After all, this offer a little bit more higher quality items, and given the history of it, I feel like that's part of the reason it is a little bit more expensive for Coach versus Michael Kors. After all, Coach has like a more solid, high quality item known to last for years. But I would say the price difference is a little bit minor between the two brands, but also depends on the styling of the bag that you're looking for. All right. The last category I want to go over is the style. And I think that's probably one of the reasons, or one of the main characteristics that help us decide whether Coach is for you or is Michael Kors something that is more your take. So style wise, Coach I feel like is a classic, has been cultivated over many years. I have many Coach bags myself, decorated with the classic C monogram. I feel like Coach bags are a little bit more minimalistic, very elegant and timeless, and seems to go with a wide range of outfits. That's not to say Michael Kors doesn't have the same value, but I do find that Michael Kors bags are a little bit more glamorous, like more for special occasions sometimes. But of course, they do have a wide range. They do have the classic MK logo that is proudly shown in a lot of the Michael Kors bags. So they do have a lot of a more logo that are embossed, coated with canvas material, very bold, striking designs that are more, I would say, more eye-catching, very glittery hardware. Whereas Coach is more streamlined products that are, I would say Coach bags are more classic, and Michael Kors are like various, more on trend and more versatile in terms of if you're looking for something that is like closer to what's popular nowadays. Not, it's really hard to say. I would say Coach has really made a comeback over the years. It's not like comparing apples to apples, which is why I'm having a hard time doing this Michael Kors versus Coach comparison. So let's go back to the conclusion. Coach versus Michael Kors, which is better? I think when it comes to handbags for everyday use, and like if you're thinking about durability as well, in general, most people probably lean towards Coach. I would say it does have really good leather goods and craftsmanship that has been like tested and proven over the years. They're both like great accessible luxury brands, don't take me wrong. I think that both brands have these stunning, very stylish bags at really affordable, accessible prices. It's really a hard choice, I must say. But I think I'm more of a Coach girl at heart. But I think to each his own. I think that Michael Kors also comes with these really beautiful bags as well, that are a little bit more on trend and like more glamorous and I would say. So that is my general comparison between Coach and Michael Kors, going through the prices, the material, the styles, and then like the quality as well. Which team are you on? Are you on Team Coach or Team Michael Kors? I try not to be super biased in this video and try to give you a very genuine comparison between the two. I think my bias is showing through slightly. I apologize for that, but I'd love to hear from you guys in terms of which brand do you think is worth it. They're both top quality American brands of a wide range of timeless SLG, small leather goods, and handbags and accessories. And I think that like if price was an issue, some people might veer towards Coach because it's a little bit more expensive, but like I think Michael Kors has some very stylish design at very affordable prices as well. After all, you are buying into a name of a brand as well. I think you're not just buying Coach, you're buying Coach, the brand, the concept, the idea that it stands behind. Just like how if you buy Louis Vuitton or Chanel, you're buying into the branding as well. So that's it for the video for today. Thank you so much for joining me in another mommy review, and I'll see you next time. Take care and stay safe.